Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim and we are playing through Silent War 2.0 with the IJN expansion. We are playing campaign number 3, Turning the Tide. We're currently on week 3 of May 1943. So let's jump right in. We start off as we always do with our war event phase. So we will roll 2 dice. The first one, the black die, will only on a 0 to 3 will we get a war event, and then the second die will tell us which war event on the table that will apply. And we did get a 0 and a 1, so let's see what that is. We are in war period 3. Nothing too exciting, I'm afraid. No roll on the ultra table this turn. So since we are not far enough along for torpedo improvement, we skip that. We'll skip the ultra roll and we'll go to our weather phase. So for the month of May, we have possible storm formation, but only on a 0. So we'll roll 2 dice again. If the black die is a 0, then the second die will tell us where the tropical storm has formed. And it is not. All right, that will take us to our R segment. We have no reinforcements. Those only happen in the first week of each month. So next is our ready submarines phase. So if we have any subs that are currently ship side or pier side, they will move over to ready for sea. And then any that are in broom boxes will roll to see whether they go ready for sea or ship side or pier side. So we'll start here at the submarine tender Sperry, which is located on Midway Island in the North Pacific Op area. We've got 3 here that we need to roll for. So we'll just go top to bottom. First one needs a 4. Let's get them over here so they're in the shot too. All right, so we need a 4 for the seal, 4 or less. He got it. So he will go ready for sea. Next is the guardfish. He needs a 5 or less. He got it. Ready for sea. And then the permit needs a 4 or less. He did not get it, so he will go ship side. All right, so that's the Sperry done with. Next we have 2 here in Pearl Harbor's broom box. We'll just roll those at the same time. Black die will be for the newly refitted flying fish, and white die will be for the silver sides. They each need 5s. And so the flying fish did not make it, but the silver sides did. I'll have to check. I think this might be the first time the silver sides is actually out, because I think he started in repair box 3 here and has taken this long to get through his repairs. Okay, next we've got 2 up here in Fremantle. These will be the last ones. So again, black die for the pike, who needs a 4 or less, and white die for the peto, who needs a 5 or less. So once again, top one did not make it, but the bottom one did. The peto will be ready for sea. The pike will go pier side. Nothing in Dutch Harbor. So then we go to the submarine repair phase. We do have a few in repairs. So at Pearl Harbor, we've got the steelhead in repair box 1. So he needs an 8 or less. You got it. He goes to the broom box, and then the scorpion needs a 6 or less to move over. You got it. And then we've got 2 here at Fremantle in repair box 1. They each need 7s. So we'll go black die for the thresher, white die for the albacore. Looking for 7 or less. And they both got it. And then we've got the S23 in repair box 1 at Dutch Harbor. He needs a 5 or less. Does not make it. All right, that's it for the repair phase. Next, prep for operations phase. We just move all of these subs that are currently out up to the operating area, or operating section of each op area. Kind of disappointed we don't have any op areas that we can try to respond to this turn. And last but not least, up here in the Aleutians. Okay, that looks to be everybody. So we can move into the operations segment. We'll just get our tables ready that we're going to need for that. And let's start off by sending the Greenling, which if you recall is one of our early Gattos that had gotten damaged. So he's on his way back to Pearl Harbor to go in for refit. Any early Gatto that gets damaged has to involuntarily RTB back to Pearl Harbor no matter where they are. And once back, we'll roll for their damage. And if it's no matter, I guess the minimum it can be is repair box 2. If he goes into repair box 3, that's fine. But even if we get light or superficial damage, he's still going to go into repair box 2 because he's going in for refit to be upgraded to a full-fledged Gatto. So he just has to move here. No transit event required. So let's see what he gets for his damage assessment. It's a 3. So again, normally that would be light damage and put him in repair box 1. But because of the special early Gatto rule, he's going into repair box 2. And then when he comes out, just like happened last turn to the flying fish, he'll get to be upgraded to his newer version with an additional attack and an additional range. All right, I think we got, probably want to take care of some more of these that are returning. Why don't we take care of these over here in the South China Sea 2. See who's coming back and who's staying. Looks like just the Tautog gets to stay. All these others are coming back, and they're not going to be able to make it all the way back to base, but we'll get them down here into the Java C. So first is going to be the Grenadier. He's been spotted, but that only matters for transit events in War Period 1 and 2. So he's got a red box here in the South China Sea 2 that could potentially stop him there if he gets an RTB result on a transit event. But because he is transit side up, he gets a -1 modifier. And then, so just got a new reclarification on how narrow and shallow areas affect transit events. And so the other day we had gotten a ruling that the +1 modifiers for narrow and shallow to transit event checks were cumulative, and that this would actually cause a +2 modifier. But that's actually been negated. And what actually is supposed to, Brian went back and looked at his original notes on all this, and what's supposed to be the case is that narrow doesn't affect transit event checks at all. Only shallow does. And it's just a +1 DRM. So we're working on getting some updates posted for that to fix that, re-clarify that. So in any event, since we've moved into or through or from a shallow op area, which is the only thing that matters now, we do have a +1 DRM for that. So those +1s and -1s cancel each other out. So we will have a potential transit event check on a 9. Ooh, very close. He made it. So he is now in the Java C. He'll be able to get home to Fremantle next turn. So same thing goes for the Gudgeon here. So only a 9 will trigger another roll. Nope. He's fine. And the Halibut. Actually, we were just talking about this. So the Halibut was damaged last turn, and he is an early Gatto. So he has to, sorry, out of frame again. He has to RTB back to Pearl for refit. And when he gets there, if the Greenling is still being refitted, then he'll actually go into the repair hold until a spot frees up. They're only allowed to have one early Gatto at a time being refitted at Pearl Harbor. So we need to find closest way. Looks like we do have a connection here from South China Sea 1 to North Philippines. If we wanted to go through that route, or we could go up through the East China Sea. Looks like either one would be about the same. But basically we're wanting to get him over here to the Marianas, so he's only, well, either way it's still going to take him 2 more turns after that to get there. Let's see if we're, we got 4 subs here now, so we should probably clear some of those out first before we move him. So let's put that one on hold for the time being, and we will instead work on clearing up some of this mess up here. Last turn we had an ultra area there in the Bonans, so we really piled them in there to take care of that, or take advantage of that. So let's see. We want to try to get as many of these into the Sperry that we can. He currently has, well, there's 3 ships there, or 3 subs there now, but 2 are coming out. So at least for the time being, we can get 4 more in there. He can hold 7. Remember, the counters are incorrect. They didn't get updated and should be 1 more than what they show. So let's see. We want to do the undamaged ones first, because if they're damaged, they may not make it in there. So let's do these 2. Get them out of here. So they will have a +1 DRM to transit events because of congregating risk, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 subs here. Once you hit 9, then it becomes a +2 DRM. So that guy's damaged too. Oh yeah, he tried to get in there last turn. That's right. Well, these 2 for sure can make it over here. They're on transit event side, so they get a -1 DRM, but again, the congregating risk is a +1, so they will have a potential transit event on a 9. So we'll have to roll for each of these. So we'll do the Pogey first. He's fine, so he gets into the broom box at the submarine tender Sperry. Then, whoops. Next is going to be S44. So again, only a 9. He's safe. He makes it in there. Okay. Now let's see what we got. We might as well move this guy out of here just so he's not clogging up the works. So he's going to make his way back to Pearl through the Hawaiian Islands. There's no red box for this war period. No boxes at all for this war period in the Hawaiian Islands, so he is safe. He is damaged though, so we'll have to roll to see where he goes. Oh, and it's a superficial damage now. It was heavy damage when he tried to get into the Sperry, so they really worked on him a lot on the way back to Pearl. So he gets to go straight to the broom box. All right. Next. We've got 2 here in the Marianas that can get there. And then we've got this one that's damaged here. Everyone else is staying to patrol. And then these guys, I believe, all have to go back to Dutch Harbor, because those are part of our 8 that we have committed up there. We'll just reconfirm that. Got the 35, the 34, and the 32. 32, 34, and 35. 32. Actually, the 32 is not. We could send him down to the Sperry. But I'd rather, if we're not going to have enough room for everybody, he'd be the one I wouldn't want to go there. We got 2 more coming in here. Got 2 coming out, so that'll make a total of 5 there. So yeah, Yeah, we've got room because 2 of these have to go back to Dutch Harbor. So which one did I say didn't need to go? 32. We'll go ahead and send him to the Sperry. That's this one. So he just goes to here. No congregating risk, and he's on transit event side, so he doesn't need to roll for or transit side, so he doesn't have to roll for a transit event. He'll go into the broom box there. We now have a total of 6 there. We can get 1 more before we have to move the 2 out that are there. So why don't we, these guys are coming from here. Well, now that we're down to only 2 subs here, we can move these guys in and see if they're able to go there or not. So congregating risk of +1 leaving this op area cancels out his -1 for being on transit side, so only a 9. We'll trigger a transit event check. Nope. Now we need to roll for his damage. If it's anything other than superficial, he has to move on. It is light. So they can't take him there. So he will move down to the done section. All right, but now I think we want, why don't we go ahead and, now that we've only got, what, 1, 2, 5 here, let's move a couple of these out so that we're no longer facing that congregating risk. So let's move the Snook over here to Empire Pacific on patrol move. You will need to roll for a transit event, but only a 9 will trigger it. Correction, 8 or 9, because he's leaving an area with congregating risk, so that comes into play. So he has a +1 from congregating risk, so an 8 or 9. He's safe. He will do a search and contact roll there with no modifiers. 3 and 4. That's going to be a sparse small convoy. Sparse small convoy is going to be 2 and 1. All right, he's actually got 2 and 0 because this is Sea Mist in column B. I'm thinking we might as well go aggressive here. Try to get as much combat advantage as we can. We'll flip these 2 over. All right. Get an auxiliary to replace that AP. Oh, it's one of these army ships, the Akitsu Maru. So we have to see if we are allowed to encounter them in Empire Pacific. This little flag here next to his name indicates that there's a special rule governing that ship type. So we have to consult the IJN rule book. And those are the Imperial Japanese Army ships. So got a lot of just some historical description there about them, which is pretty interesting. But the part we're concerned about at this time is where they can be encountered. And yes, Empire Pacific is one of the areas we can encounter those. So good deal. It'll be a nice 12,000 tons to add to our total if we can get it. All right, we need some TDC markers. We would normally get to place 4 because of our tactile rating, but obviously we only get 2. That's all the targets we have. Don't get to double them up. It could be good or it could be bad, I guess. All right, -1, decent, and oh, boo. I was hoping to get a nice shot on him, maybe in the re-attack round. All right, looks like we go after the 1,000-ton merchant. This one would require a 0 to hit, so I don't think that's worth trying. Let's see, 7 minus 1 for our torpedo value makes 6. For our attack, they have 1 defense, so that takes us down to 5. But then the -1 TDC, which actually is increased to a -2. So actually, I guess technically we could have hit this on a 1 or less, and then a 2 or less with our die roll modifier. But I think we'll still go after the safer one. We've still got next round to try him. All right, where was I at? 6 minus 1 is 5. And then that's actually a -2 TDC because of our attack posture. So that adds back in 2. So we're at 7. And with our die roll modifier, we'll actually hit on an 8 or less. So anything but a 9 will be a hit. Come on. 6 and a 9 for the damage roll. We'll definitely sink it. Just to show you how that works again. We roll on this attack results table. He's a 1,000 tonner, so we use this top row. Our 9 gets modified by the torpedo value, which currently is -1. So that 9 becomes an 8, but a red result is sunk. All right, nice to start off the turn with a sunk ship on your very first patrol. Let me just make a note of that so I can add it to my spreadsheet. We're on week 3, May 43, and the Snook. I think he's bagged some stuff in the past too. Sunk a merchant, 1,000 tons. All right, let's get this back in the cup and those added to our totals. So one more ship puts us at 251, and another 1,000 tons puts us at 1,039,000. Okay. There is no counterattack because there's no revealed ASW values and no aircraft capable IJN units. So we'll go into the re-attack round. We'll stay aggressive. So this TDC will get a -2 to it unless it's already a -3. Then the re-attack round modifier does not apply, but the aggressive modifier would. Let's see, only a 0, but that's okay. Let's hoping for a -2 or -3. All right, so we're at 7 again. -1 is 6. We lose 3 for his defense, so we're down to 3. But then that's actually a -2 TDC, so we get to add 2 back in. So we will hit on a 5 or less. And we're going to need to sink it since he's a 12,000 ton. Remember, we get down by -1, so we're going to need a 6 or more on the second roll. And actually, I said our 2 hit number is 5, so with our modifier, actually, we need a 6 for the 2 hit as well. So we need 6 or lower on the black die, 6 or higher on the white die. We got our hit, but the 4, unfortunately, gets knocked down to a 3. And that's only a damaged result. But this is a good time to illustrate this. I think this is the first time it's happened. Hopefully it is. So we've damaged an IJN set piece. And there are special rules for damaging IJN set ships. During the course of combat, it may be possible to damage an IJN set ship. All normal rules apply, except that at the conclusion of the combat phase, the damaged ships are removed from the IJN set mix for the remainder of the current war period. They are returned to the IJN set mix into their proper type piles at the beginning of the next war period. And since this scenario actually ends when we go to the next war period, that would remove them for the duration of this scenario at least. However, they also have this optional damage table and repair capacity tracking, which I'm going to make use of. For those desiring a more realistic method, who wouldn't, of accounting for damaged IJN set ships, consult the IJN set damage table below to determine the number of full months after the current month that the damaged ship will be in repair, placing the ship on the date track corresponding to the month of its return. All ships return at the beginning of the month following the required number of full months in repair. So we're going to roll on this table here. He is a 12,000 kilotons, basically 12,000 or 12 kiloton ship. So it's going to be on this 5 to 14 row. So depending on what we roll, he could be back next month if we roll a 0, or potentially up to 7 months in repair, which would be the number of full months after the current month. Yeah, so we don't count the current month. So it would be 7 months after May. That'd be June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So he wouldn't come back until January if we roll a 9. All right, so let's see what we get. We got a 4. So a 4 is going to be 4 months. So we don't count our current month. So he'll be in repair during the month of June, July, August, and September, and will return in October. Now this pile over here, these aren't ones that were damaged. These are just ones that don't enter the mix until, can't get it to focus. Until March of 44. So that's why I have them all stacked up on the March spot there. All right, well, that was cool. We got to do something new. Show you guys how that works. All right, but again, there's no counterattack because he didn't have any ASW rating, so we are free to go to our endurance check. He is an A rating. It's up here in the top right-hand corner of their patrol side. So for an A rating ship, cross-reference with the torpedo level, he's going to need a 5 or less to be able to stay on patrol. But we went aggressive on, if you go aggressive on either of the 2 attack rounds, or 3 if you have a super skipper, or get the combat event, +1 to the die roll. So he's going to need a 4 or less to be able to stay out. Otherwise, he has to RTB, and he does. So he goes back to the Empire Pacific on his transit side in the done section, and he gets an involuntary RTB marker. All right. Who else we got here? A couple of S boats. I don't know if we want to send them up there, I guess. Maybe we should have them stay and patrol here. That new S2, I wouldn't mind sending up there. I guess we can send the Gatto there. He's spotted. It won't affect his transit event check, but it will affect counterattacks if there are any. So he's, again, still, I know, we're down to just 4 there. So no congregating risk for him. So, but he is doing patrol movement, so he will have a potential transit event on a 9. Nope. And then he will get search and contact with no modifiers. 4 and 9. So that's going to be a task force for sure. Let's see what size. 4 is going to be sparse still. So a sparse task force for War Period 3 is 1, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I think I'm going to have him set up in column D over here. Hopefully find some nice warships that aren't destroyers. I think though, since he's spotted, I think it might be a good idea to go cautious. So we only flip over 3. We'll just do the 3 in our column. And then that'll also give him a -1 modifier on any possible counterattack that he might be facing, which will cancel out his +1 for being spotted. Oh, that one is a destroyer. Then we got a cruiser and a light cruiser. All right, let's get those swapped out with some IJN pieces. So for the destroyer, we've got, yeah, it's unfortunately the same stats, the Wakaba. I was hoping he'd only be a little baby destroyer. And then we need a regular cruiser. We have the, come on, Suzuya, 15,000 tons. And then our light cruiser. Is the Oyota. Oh, and that's got a little flag next to it. Let's see what that means. Okay, they have a special entry just for that ship. So the CL Oyota, completed at a time when Japan was unable to supply either the ship's aircraft or much fuel oil, she was designated as the Combined Fleet flagship and restricted to the waters of the inland sea or near Japan. This ship may only be encountered in the inland sea or the East China Sea. If drawn outside the indicated water, simply remove the counter, return it to the IJN set CL pile, and no ship is drawn in its place. Any assigned TDC is lost. So the inland sea or the East China Sea. So East China Sea is there. What is the inland sea? I wonder if they're talking about the Yellow Sea. I'll have to get some clarification on that. But in either event, it's not Empire Pacific, where we currently are. So unfortunately, we do not actually encounter him. And all we have is this light cruiser and the destroyer that we can target. Well, we can target these two still. Unrevealed ones. All right, so let's get our TDCs. Okay, -1, -1, -1, -2. All right, since we are cautious attack posture, we have to choose one of these to be unmodified, and all the others get +1. Plus, if you don't target your unmodified TDC, you get a +1 to your hit roll as well. So really only viable to target one ship when you're in cautious. So I think, let's see what kind of shot we have on this light cruiser. If we don't have one, we might have to try one of these two, assuming, and you assume that they have a 1 defense when calculating whether you can hit them or not. So we've got 6 attack, which gets knocked down to 5 from our torpedo level. We lose 4 for the defense. We lose 2 for the destroyer's ASW, so we're at -1. But then this adds 1 back. So we can hit this on a 0. So that's one option. I'll just set this here as a reminder. Instead, if we went for one of these two, we assume that their defense is 1, so we'd have our 6 attack, which gets modified down to 5, -1 for the ship's defense, -2 for the ASW, and then -1 because we're targeting an adjacent column, but then +1 from the TDC. So these, either one of these we could target, and we would need a 2 or less. The problem is if we flip one of these over and their defense is actually higher than 1, then that's going to go down. So if it's really a 3, then it'd be a 0. If it's a 4 or higher, then we can't even make the shot, but we would still suffer a counterattack. I think we'll just go after the quote-unquote more sure thing. Yeah, because I think it's pretty unlikely that these are going to be lower defense ships. So we might as well just go after that one. We need a 0. Oh, we got it. But we only got a 2 for the damage roll, for the attack results. So a 2, well, we did manage to damage it. It gets modified down to a 1 for our torpedo level. So we damaged the, oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I did the wrong one. The Yoda was the one that we weren't allowed to encounter. Now I gotta remember who the other one was. Uh-oh, this got put in the wrong place. I found this in my IJN cup. That's supposed to be in one of the Warmix cups. All right, who was that again? See if I can recognize the name. I don't. Which one was it? All right, I'm gonna pause here and review the recording and be back in a minute. Okay, it was actually the Suzuya that was still here. This one has to go back. So this would have been on him. And then I don't think we actually had a shot on him. So let's see who we would have targeted instead. Because 5 minus 5 is 0, and then minus 2 for the destroyer. We only get to add 1 back. So yeah, we didn't even have a shot at this guy. So we would have actually been taking a shot at one of these two. I'm going to keep my die roll. But now I got to decide which one of these we actually targeted. Say this one. Oh, nice. So it had 2 defense. Instead of what we assumed it to be was 1. So we actually needed a 1 or less to hit, which we got. And then the 2 for the damage roll, unfortunately, just like on the other one we were looking at, minus 1, it only damages him. Yeah, actually, the one we were looking at, it wouldn't have damaged because he was on the higher row. But so we did damage this merchant. So now we have counterattack. So his 2 ASW, we add 1 red box from the op area, and then 3 general ASW value for the war period is 6, minus our 4 defense. We're not in shallow water, so we can subtract all of our defense. Gives us a 2. So he's going to be rolling on the counterattack table on the 1 to 2 row, and he gets a +1 DRM because we're spotted, but then a -1 because we're cautious. So it's going to be a straight roll on the 1 to 2 row. And he got a 2, so that's going to be nothing. I roll the second die there in case we get one of these results that requires a second roll. So he didn't get us at all. So now we got to decide, do we risk sticking around for a reattack? And if so, do we stay where we're at, which means we'll only have to reveal that one? Or do we slide over here to try to get a better shot on our damaged merchant, but then we have to reveal both of these? I'm thinking we stay where we are and just reveal the 1. We will stay cautious. Oh, it's a carrier. Nice. All right. And we found, ooh, it's a small one. It's the Unyo. Now again, he is aircraft capable. This little airplane icon there denotes that. Which means he gets to add a half ASW, but only for counterattack. It doesn't affect our attack rounds. So this goes back in column C. And we need 4 TDC markers again. Hopefully we get a nice -1 on that damaged merchant. I'd like to finish him off. All right. Ooh, Or maybe the carrier. This is going to leave us with a tough decision, I think. All right, so let's math it out for both of them. Let's say we go after the carrier. We've got our 6 attack, gets knocked down to 5. We lose 3 for the ship defense, so we're at 2, which gets knocked out by the ASW of the destroyer. We're over a column, so we're at -1, but then this is -3. Normally they get -1 for a reattack round, but -3s can't go lower from reattack. They can from aggressive posture, but not from reattack. So that's a -3, so that puts it back to 2. So we need a 2 or less if we target him. If we go after the damaged ship, our 5 attack, his defense is 2, but he loses 1 from effectively from being damaged. So we only have to subtract 1 for his defense, -2 for the ASW value, minus another one for going over a column, and then up +1 because that TDC is actually a -1. So that one also needs a 2. So we can hit either of them on the 2. The thing is, for the carrier, we'll have to sink it all in one shot. And he's a 19,000 ton, which is this 18 to 25 row. With our -1 to the roll, we're going to need a 7 or higher to sink him. Whereas the merchant, all we have to do is damage him again and he's sunk. So anything but a 0 or 1 would damage him. Boy, told you it was going to be a tough decision. I'd really like to get that carrier, but I also just want to sink ships. So I think we go after the damaged one. So we need a 2 or less to hit, and then anything but a 0 or 1 to damage it again. Oh, darn it. We missed anyway. Okay. We do have a counterattack again. This time it's going to be 2.5, which gets rounded up to 3. So 3 plus 1 red box plus 3 from the ASW puts him at 7, minus our defense of 4. He's now on the 3 to 4 row of the counterattack table. And he gets a +1 for it being a reattack round, a +1 for us being spotted, but then -1 again because we're cautious. So it's going to be the 3 to 4 row with a +1 modifier. Ooh, that's bad. A 10 on the 3 to 4 row is damaged RTB, and then this is where that second die roll comes into play. If the second die is a 7 through 9, we're actually sunk. It's a 7. Wow. So we lose the Gato. Just making a note of that. So he goes over with our sunk submarines, which puts us up to 17 subs lost now. We started the scenario with 12 lost. So we've lost 5 since we started playing. And obviously we don't need to worry about, well, that was a counterattack, never mind. We'll get these guys back where they belong real quick. And then I need to figure out where this one is supposed to go that got put back in the with the IJN cruisers by accident. We'll do that here when we get ready to draw for the next one. So where does that leave us at now? We've got the sea wolf. We might as well do him next. He's already there. I think we'll just leave him there. So he's going to have a search and contact roll. 6 and 3. It's going to be a small convoy of some sort. 6 is low density. We're at the war period 3 line. For a 6 is that orange color, which is low density. Small convoy is 221. Well, I don't like the look of this too much. Seawolf has a 4 rating. Let's I guess let's go in column B and see what happens. I think maybe we'll go cautious. Reveal these 3. That way if that one's something bad, we could shift over to column A to avoid it. Yeah, let's try that. Well, that's something bad that we can't avoid no matter where we go. Wow. Okay then. This was not the small convoy we wanted. We need to just hope we don't have a shot here and get out of Dodge. We have the Oshio for column B, and for column C we have the Kamikaze. All right, we get 4 TDCs. We only have 4 places we can put them. Yeah, we got an revealed ASW of 5, so it's highly doubtful we're going to have a shot on anything here. We might have on this simply because we have to assume it's a defensive 1. So let's see if we have anything we can do. 6 minus 1 is 5. As I said, our 5 ASW, that's going to zap that out. -1 for his defense. And another -1 for the column shift. -2 TDC, though, is going to bring us back to 0. So, yep, unfortunately, we have a shot, theoretical shot, on this one. So, I believe we have to take it. We reveal it. Yeah, and it's actually got, whoa, light cruiser in column A. Yeah, with that 4 defense, we see we don't really have a shot, but because we thought we did, we still have to face a counterattack. So he's going to have 5. 1 for the op area is 6, and another 3 for the war period is 9 against our 3 defense. So he's going to be on the 5 to 6 row. -1 modifier because we were cautious. But this could be really bad. No, it's not. -1 is definitely nothing. All right, well, we need to scoot. So we will withdraw. Endurance rating of B means we need a 4 or less to stay on patrol. Nope. think next, let's get these guys into the submarine tender. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 there now. So one of them can go immediately. And since there's no congregating risk, there's only 4 subs here, only 3 here. So even when we pass through, that's only 4. And there's only 3 here. So since we're on transit event side and both of these spaces only have 1 red box, there's no chance of rolling a 9. So the scamp, goes into the broom box at the submarine tender. Now we got to bring at least one of these out before we can send anyone else in. So we need to figure out where we want them to go. We have the guardfish and the seal. So the guardfish is a Gato class, the seal is a new S1. I guess we'll send have guys coming out of, well, we only got 2 coming out of Pearl, so I'm not going to get too crowded over there. I'm thinking we'll send one of them to Empire Pacific and one to the Marianas. So let's send the guardfish through here to Empire Pacific. Again, only 1 red box along the route, and we are on transit event side. No congregating risk anywhere along the route. So he arrives there, and we'll flip over to patrol side. And then the seal we'll send down this way to the Marianas. And again, only 1 red box along the way, no congregating risk. We're on transit side, so don't need to roll. We'll have him patrol from there next turn. Now we can get the plunger into the submarine tender. Again, no transit event check required. And we have 5 in the broom box and 1 at ship side there now. No one else can get there. These guys have to go back to Dutch Harbor. These guys. So we might as well do them next. They are, either one's damaged. They will have to roll when they get in to see if they suffer any damage just from operating in the harsh conditions up here. So no transit event check. There's no red boxes in the Aleutians. So we'll send S35 first. He will roll on the damage table. And anything other than superficial, we'll put him in repair box 1. Whoa. Yeah, so he suffered a little damage there while operating in the ICCs there. And then same thing for whatever this is, S34. He'll roll on the damage table. He got a 2, which is superficial, so he can go straight to the broom box. Oops. All right, who else do we have returning? Got a couple here. We got, oh, and we have this one too, right? Yeah, we were holding off on him for a little bit, but we can go ahead and do him now, I think. We're just going to have these 3 patrol here, I believe. It's actually a little better than the Marianas. So yeah, let's send, this is our guy that's coming back in to be refit. So he will come through the North Philippine Sea to the Marianas. And there's only one red box in each area along the way. He's on transit event side, but no but. I thought maybe he was leaving shallow, but he didn't. So yeah, he doesn't need to roll. We'll just go into the done section there. And then these two in the North Philippine Sea, do you want to send them back to Pearl or do you want to send them to Fremantle? Either one's damaged. One is an early Gatto, but we won't be able to voluntarily refit him since we have a damaged one going in. I think we got plenty. We got quite a few coming out of Fremantle too. I think maybe we'll just send them back toward Pearl. We got 3 there in the Marshalls. Why don't we send them the southern route just to avoid some congestion here. So we'll send them through the Carolines down to the Solomons. Neither one of those areas have red boxes, so we are good. They can come back up through the transfer route next turn. All right, I think that's everybody that's returning. We have one up here that's outbound still. I guess we could send him up into the East China Sea. Yeah, he's a Gatto class, so he'd be good to get up there. So we'll send him through the Marianas to the East China Sea. Now the East China Sea is shallow, so we're gonna have, is that where that other guy came from? Or did he come from North Philippine? I don't remember now. So yeah, he will have a transit event check because he has a +1 modifier for entering shallow waters, which negates his -1 for being on transit event side. So let's roll. Only a 9 will matter. He's good. And we'll have him patrol there next turn. All right. Oh no, this guy came from, that's right, he was coming from over here. So yeah, there was no shallow waters he came from. All right, I think that's all of our transit subs. So now we got a lot of patrolling to do. Let's start over here. Looks like South China Sea 1's a little better. So I think I'll send 3 of these guys up there. We'll leave the S-31 to patrol there. Let's go ahead and do the Tautog first since he's already there. So he gets a search and contact roll. 1-0. That is going to be a big fat nothing. Not even a sub encounter. Needed to be 0-0 for that. So he's a B rating, which means with his -1 modifier for not encountering anyone, he needs a 5. Nope. So he will RTB. Let's get the trout up there. You will need to do a transit event check. He's leaving shallow waters, so he gets a +1. There's one red box, so an 8 or 9 will potentially cause issues. Nope. Search and contact. 5 and 6. He found something. It's going to be a low density, large convoy. So low density, large convoy is 2211. All right, the trout has a 4 tactical rating. Boy, I don't like this too much either. I think we'll set up in B and go cautious posture. Just have to flip over 3. Ooh, combat event. Let's see what it is. An 8. Ooh, that's no good. Counterattack. Escorts detect the submarine making its approach and hold it down. Resolve as per combat event number 7, except the submarine cannot make an attack. So basically, we don't get to attack. We just we skip straight to the counterattack round, or counterattack portion of the first attack round. Let's hope there's nobody to actually attack us. We still got to reveal these 2. Okay, that's good. And that's good. All right. So unfortunately, we don't get to attack in the first round, but there's also no counterattack, so we just proceed immediately to the re-attack round. I think we'll slide over here. We're only going to have to reveal 2 no matter what, so I think we'll go standard this time. Okay, our light cruiser there in column B, and a battleship, the Yamato, which I think can be the Yamato or the Musashi, I think. Nope, just the Yamato. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this before, I think. So in the original Silent War mix, they give you counters for both the Yamato and the Musashi, but the Musashi is never in the war mix. So according to Brian, what we're supposed to do is if you draw the Yamato, you're supposed to randomly determine if you actually found the Yamato or the Musashi. So I guess in this case, since we're going to be replacing it, we might as well just do that now. And yeah, 68,000 tons can be found anywhere, so it doesn't matter where we're at. So we'll say that if it's, of course, that's going to depend on the other rule, so we'll see. We'll say if it's even, it's Yamato. If it's odd, it's Musashi. So it is the Yamato. So let's find his counter. But you'll notice he has this little flag next to his name, so we have to look for the special rule for him, which is Yamato class battleships. It's right there. It's this section. During 43 and 44, they can only be encountered in East China Sea, South China Sea, which we're in South China Sea 1, so we're good. North Philippine Sea, Marianas, and the Carolines. All right, so we did actually find the Yamato. And we have no Still no ASW, so that's nice. Let's see if we can sink something here. This is the re-attack round, because remember, we had to skip our attack in the first attack round. So these will all be -1 TDCs, unless we pull a -3. It'll still be -3. I mean, there won't be -1 TDCs, they'll be -1 to their value. So that's actually a -2, that's actually a -2, that's a 0. Ooh, that's a -3. Yeah, but he's got 11 defense. So even that only brings him down to 8. Plus we're a column over, which makes it 9. Yeah, we don't have enough to go after him. But I think this is going to be our, well, these two are basically equal shots. Because this one has 1 more defense and it's a column away, which is going to make a difference of 2. And then there's a difference of 2 in the TDCs. So we might as well go for the 3,000 tonner. We've got, I mean, we could actually make a shot at this, I think. He'd be a 2, but then 3 because of the other column. We'd be at 5. So yeah, we could hit him on a 2 if we did want to go after the cruiser instead. But this one, so that TDC is a 0. So we're looking at 6 minus 1 is 5, and then -1 for his defense is 4. So we can hit him on a 4 or less. I think I like that better. It's only 2,000 more tons, and since he is a 5,000, he'll actually be harder to sink. So yep, I think we'll just go after the 3,000 ton merchant. So we need a 4 or less. 7. Come on. All right. There is no counterattack again, so that's going to do it for the trout. He's a B rating. We didn't go aggressive at all. None of the other modifiers apply, so he needs a 4 or less. And he gets it. He will get to stay there. Always hate when we come up short on those opportunities where there's no ASW around. It doesn't happen all that often. All right, so again, transit event check with a +1 modifier for leaving shallow. So an 8 or 9 could cause problems. And then search and contacts, just a straight roll. 4 and 4. That's going to be a sparse small convoy. Just 2 and 1. Well, again, we're down to a 2 and 0 instead of 2 and 1. This guy's evading. And my apologies, I just realized on that last combat I forgot to replace the light carrier with an IJN piece, but we weren't going to go after it anyway. It would have been the Naka. Looks like about the same stats. And I think maybe on the one before that I forgot to replace a cruiser that we had over here as well. Okay, so we got the Grayling here. He's got a combat rating of 4 with 6 attack. Yeah, nothing to decide here. He's setting up in column A. Let's just go aggressive. Let's hope we get couple of merchants here, maybe some auxiliaries, no destroyers, no airplanes. There we go. Oh. All right. That's okay. Hope he stays a half or a 1. Nope. We got the Umakazi. All right, 2 TDCs. Zero ain't great. I don't think we'd have a shot at the destroyer there with his 6 defense. So let's see, these are both -1 because we're aggressive. So we got 6 minus 1 is 5. We lose 4 from the ship defense. Oh wait, we don't know that yet. We got to replace him. Duh. Starting to do it again. Yep, still 4 defense. 12,000 tons though, nice. The Nishin, something like that. It goes back to Cup A. So yeah, so where were we? 5 for our attack. -4 for the defense leaves 1. The TDC is a -1 though, so that brings us back up to 2. Then we lose 2 for the ASW. So we have to get a 0 to hit it. Oh, why couldn't you have just done that? That 6 would have probably sunk it. 12,000 tons. Yes, it would have. All right. Counterattack time. 2 plus 1 for the op area is 3. Another 3 for the war period is 6. Minus our 3 defense. We are not operating in shallow waters. So that's going to put them on the 3 to 4 row. We went aggressive, which actually I just realized we could have hit on a 1 as well, but we got a 4. So yeah, he gets a +1 modifier because we're aggressive. So what did I say it was, a 3 to 4? Yeah. So a 3 on the 3 to 4 is not going to be anything. All right, let's reattack. Let's stay aggressive. I want to get this thing. 2 more TDCs. Let's give us a -3 this time. There we go. So both of them are. So both of those get -1 for being the reattack round and -1 for us being aggressive. So those are both -4s now. So that's going to completely wipe out his defense. We're at 5, so all we have to do is take away for the ASW, which leaves 3. So our 2-hit number is 3. We have a +1 DRM, or -1 DRM, sorry, for aggressive posture. So we will actually hit on a 4 or less, which is a 50-50 chance. 8 and 0, come on. All right. See, we're back to our old ways again. The Grayling is a B. Oh, wait, we got to do counterattack first. What am I doing? So he's on the 3 to 4 row again, but he gets another +1 now for the reattack round. So he's actually +2 this time. That's a 7. That's going to do something to us, I think. Just spotted. Now we'll do his endurance roll. B rating, we were aggressive, so he needs a 3 or less. No. RTB marker for him. And then the last one we're going to send up here is the tuna. Again, transit event only on an 8 or 9. Wow, that was quite a spin there. All right, since we left shallow waters, each of these rolls are also a +1. So a 3 and an 8. That could be bad. 3 and an 8 is, we're just spotted. Not terrible. So let me get a spotted marker on him, and then we'll do his search and contact. I believe spotted only affects search and contact rolls in the War Period 1. Where's search and contact? Here it is. Yes, War Period 1 or 2. So we don't have to worry about the spotted. By the way, I'm going to be making another updated version of this consolidated DRM list to kind of correct this here to where, as I said, the new ruling now is only shallow matters for entering or leaving before you have radar. I'm also going to add another section to cover the DRMs that are in play for diligent escort counterattacks. I think I mentioned previously that I've been forgetting about the extra DRMs that you have for aggressive and cautious posture for the diligent escort counterattack. So anyway, his search and contact will be unmodified. Ooh, a 0 and a 9. I think that's going to be a loner. Yes, it is. So we got a white box result on the first row, and the second die roll was a red box result. So we get a loner. Nice. Let's get these guys put back. So if you recall, we've had this happen a couple times already in this scenario, at least. For War Period 3, you draw your loner from Cup C. So we get to draw a single ship from Cup C and put him in column C. Uh-oh. And then we roll, and if our roll is less than or equal to our tactical rating, we get to set up in the same column, otherwise an adjacent column. I believe that is modified for Super Skipper. 4 or less, yes. So we're in the same column. We are spotted. All right, but as long as this is an auxiliary or a merchant, we can come up and hit him with some surface gunnery. All right, so now we reveal it. Okay, it's a carrier. I think that's what we had for our last loner. The carriers be all out on their lonesome. Hopefully we get one of those ones with 3 defense. That would be nice. Oh, we did. We got the Tayo. All right, so because it's a warship, we can't surface and take him out with our deck guns. Or deck gun, I'm not sure how many the T class has. This was from column C. All right, but at least we're in the same column. So for our initial attack run, we draw a TDC marker. Ooh, perfect. A -3. Come on, let's get this guy. Let's get this guy. So we're at 6 minus 1 is 5. He has no ASW for the attack round. He will have a half ASW for the counterattack because he's aircraft capable. So we're at 5 minus his 3 defense. Oh, we can choose our posture too. I guess we should have done that before we flipped the counter. Yeah, I would have definitely gone aggressive. No reason not to. So that's actually a -4. So that's going to give us a +1. So we're back up to 6. And we get a -1 to our die roll. So we'll actually hit on a 7 or less. So anything but an 8 or 9. Famous last words. We're going to need a pretty high die roll for that second one too, though. Oh, a 0 and an 8. I think we got it. That's a 19,000 ton, 18 to 25 row. An 8 gets modified to a 7. That is sunk. We sunk the carrier Tayo. Yes. All right. Let's note this down. The tuna sunk CV Tayo, Taiyo. 19,000 tons. Sweet. All right. Let's record that. Another ship puts us to 252 and 19,000 more tons. So I'm going to move the 10s one up twice and then the 1s back 1. So that'll be 19. That puts us at 1,057,000 tons. Excellent. He goes into the pile of shame over here, which is starting to get to be a pretty decent sized stack. And obviously no counterattack since there's nobody left. We get a -1 die roll for our endurance check since we encountered a loner. So with his B rating, we did go aggressive, so that'll basically cancel that out. So we need a 4 or less to stay on patrol. Yes, he does. Nice job, Tuna. All right, so now we'll move down to the South China Sea 2. We'll leave the S-31 there. He will get a search and contact roll, unmodified. 2 and a 6. I don't think that's going to be anything. Nope. So his endurance rating is a D. He found no contact, so he gets a -1. He needs a 3 or less to stay out. Just missed it. So he will return to Fremantle next turn. Very pumped about sinking that carrier, though. That's awesome. Still early in the turn, too. We got a lot. We've already sunk 2 ships. We did lose a sub. We've still got a lot out here on patrol, so let's see what other damage we can do. Why don't we go over to the South Philippine Sea next. We've got 4 here, so we probably don't want to bring any more in. We could. I'd like to move the grouper in there, though, so I think we'll send at least one of these guys up to the North Philippine Sea. They seem to be... Actually, the North Philippine Sea is better. So I think we'll send 3 of them up there. So let's go to the North Philippine Sea next. We'll let the Growler patrol in place there. So he will get a search and contact roll. And a 1 and a 9. I think he found a loner too. Whoops. Yep, white box result and a red box on the second roll. So another loner. Let's go. So again, we draw 1 from Cup C. See if we find another lone carrier. Fishing around in here to try to get something different. Okay, it does have a rising sun flag. Could be good, could be bad. His tactical rating is 4, so let's see which column he's going to set up in. Adjacent. Don't like that. Now let's see what we got. Another carrier. Look at that. Another 3 defense one would be nice. 4. The Unryu. I think that's how you say that. Goes back to C cup. I can't believe I drew that. I think it's the exact same counter because I think there's only one of those in there. CV 15,000 ton. Yeah, there's only one in the cup. I drew the exact same counter twice in a row. I was really shuffling it around and trying to dig down deep in there. All right, let's see what we get for a TDC. We're going to go aggressive. Come on. Oh, come on. So it is only a +2, but that +2 on his 4 defense is going to make 6. We've only got 5 attack, plus he's a column over, so we got no shot. He gets a counter attack with half an ASW. Oh, no, he doesn't, because it was the first attack round and we didn't have a shot on him. So now we can slide over for the re-attack round. We're going to stay aggressive. Come on. That's a little better. So that gets -1 for being re-attack round and -1 for aggressive posture. So it's a -3. So he's at a 1. We're at a 5. So we need a 4 or less. With our die roll modifier, we need a 5 or less. So that's better than a 50% chance. Let's see if we can sink 2 carriers in a row here. Well, we got the hit, but I don't think a 4 is going to do it. On 19,000 ton. No, 4 minus 1 is 3. That's a no effect. So we hit him, but no effect. He does get a counterattack this time. So his half ASW will round up to 1. 1 for the number of red boxes in the op area. 3 for the war period makes 5. We've got 4 defense, so he's on the 1 to 2 row. We're not in shallow waters. So 1 to 2 row, he gets a +1 for re-attack and +1 for aggressive. So +2. 6 on the 1 to 2. I think we're safe. Yep. All right. Well, he gets away. That's too bad. The Growler, again, because he encountered a loner, gets a +1 to his endurance check, which cancels out, or -1, sorry, which cancels out the +1 for aggressive. So he needs a 5 or less. Nope, just missed it. So we'll put him back here in North Philippine Sea. An RTB marker. Let's send these 2 up there as well. So we're going to send the gray back up here. So he is no shallow waters over here. So only on a 9 do we need to worry about a transit event. Nope. And then search and contact. 3 and 4. I think you might have just missed it. No, 3 is a sparse. Nice. So sparse, small convoy for the 4. That's going to be our 2-1. All right, I think we'll try going aggressive here. We're going to flip over all three no matter what posture we go. So, hey, our light carrier is back. An auxiliary and a destroyer. All right, I will remember to replace this time. Our destroyer is the Suzuki. And our auxiliary is the Mizuho. That's the first time we've seen that one. And our light carrier. The OE. We've had him before. All right, TDC markers. -1 +3, yuck. -2. All right, looks like the CL is going to be our best target. That's a -2 TDC since we're aggressive. So our 6 attack is reduced to 5. We lose 4 for the defense. We lose 2 for the ASW, so we're at -1. Then we add 2 back in. So our to-hit number is a 1. With our die roll modifier, we need a 2 or less. Not even close. Needed those reversed again. Seems to happen a lot. For the counterattack, we've got 2 plus 1 red box. In the op area is 3. Another 3 makes 6. We have 3 defense, so he's going to be on the 3 to 4 row with a +1 for our aggressive posture. That's a 5. 3 to 4. 5 is no effect. All right, well, let's just do it again. Stay aggressive. -2 to these this time. There we go. All right, so this time we're going after the Mizuho. So this is a -3 because it's the re-attack round and we're aggressive. So he's only got 1 defense, 2 ASW. So that's going to be 3 that gets subtracted from our 5. Leaves us with a 2. So with our DRM, we need a 3 or less. Oh, so close. Poor damage roll, though. Wouldn't have done anything. And then he gets another counterattack on the 3 to 4 row, this time with the +2 modifier. 5. That's what we had last time. We are safe. For endurance check, he is a B rating, which means a 4 or less. Nope. We're going to move the sailfish up there. Transit event check only on a 9. Nope. Search and contact. 70. It's going to be a small convoy. The size is low density. Low density small convoy is 221. Now this is what I like to see. Sailfish has a 4 tactical rating. So if we set up here and go aggressive, we can flip all of these over. Ooh. Hope that's the only one. So far, so good. Oh, darn it. All right, 2 of these. Do the one in column A first, which is the Arare. The other one is the Namikaze. Well, at least we can get away from this one. Well, we can get away from either one in the re-attack round, but I don't think we want to shift over to here. We'll probably shift over to here if we need to. Let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We need 4 TDC markers. So we'll just go all the ones in A and B. +1, 0, 0. Come on. Oh, +2. Come on. Boo. All right. Well, these are going to be equivalent because of this one being over a column. So we might as well go after this guy. So this is actually a -1 because we're aggressive. So effectively his defense is only 1. So we're at 5 -1 for him makes 4. But then we've got 2.5, which rounds up to 3 for the ASW. So 1 or less means we'll hit on a 2 or less with our die roll modifier. Hey, there it is. 1 and 6. That'll do it. 6 gets modified down to a 5, which is still a sunk result for the 1 to 4,000 row. So Sailfish comes through. Uh, 3,000 ton merchant. Let's put him back in his cup and go record our new total. So another ship puts us to 253. And what did I say? 3,000 tons. So 1, 2, 3. And move up the 10s a spot. So we're at 1,061,000 for tonnage. All right, we got a counterattack here. That's going to be 2.5 rounded up to 3. 1 red box for the op area, and then 3 for the war period puts him up to 7. We've got 3 defense, so he's going to be on the 3 to 4 row. He gets a +1 because we were aggressive. 4 on the 3 to 4 is nothing, I don't think. Oop. All right, so as I said, I think we're going to shift. Yeah, let's shift to here. That way we don't have to worry about him. And And then we just get 3. We'll stay. We want to stay aggressive. Yeah, why not? Let's stay aggressive. Something really good here. Okay, that's good. That's a -3 with both of our modifiers. And that's a -4 with both of our modifiers. So do we want to go after the, it's only 2,000 more. Oh, wait. Did it again. Forgot to replace this guy. We didn't have a decent shot there anyway on the first round, so not going to make any difference, I don't think. Yeah, he's the same defense, just more tonnage. Sorry, it's the Kanto Maru. I don't think we've seen him yet. All right, now we're legal. So it's decision time, because I think we'll have a slightly better shot here, but that's quite a bit more tonnage. So if we go after this one, we're at 5 minus 1 for his defense, -2 for the ASW. Then that's actually a -3 TDC, which puts us at a 5. So we can hit him on a, well, the 2 hit will be a 5, so we'll actually hit on a 6 or less. For this one, it's going to be 5 minus his 3 defense, -2 ASW, puts us down to 0. Going over a column takes us to -1, but then that's a -4 TDC, which will bring it up to a 3. So that's a 2 hit on a 3. And we need a bit bigger number for the second roll to actually sink him. I think we go after this one just to try to get we want to get that ship count up to 270 so we can improve our torpedoes. So we need a 6 or less to hit here with our die roll modifier. Got it, and a 7 will definitely sink a 1,000 tonner. So sailfish bags 2. A merchant 1,000 ton. He goes back to cup A. We go up to 254 ships and another 1,000 tons. Clean this up since there's not very many of them. All right. For his endurance check, he was aggressive, so he's going to have a... Oh, wait a minute. We forgot the re-attack. What am I doing? There was two ASW there. Not re-attack, counterattack. 2 ASW, 3, 6, minus R3. So he's still on the 3 to 4 row, and he has a +2 DRM this time. That's going to be fine, 4. All right, so now we can do his endurance check. +1 for aggressive. He is a B, so he needs a 3 or less. Nope. RTB for the sailfish. All right, so now we're going to leave these 2 here to work the South Philippine Sea. So the tarpon, search and contact roll. 1 and a 0, it's going to be nothing. So plus -1 for his endurance check. He's a C rating, so he needs a 4 or less. Didn't get it. And then the Pompano. Search and contact. 8-7. He found something. It's going to be a moderate density. 7's going to be a large convoy. So moderate density, large convoy is 2311. All right, well, this looks nice, but I suspect we might be fooled by some of this. We'll set up in column B. We'll just go standard this time. Just flip over these 3. All right, very good. We need to replace that one with an auxiliary. It will be the Kamikawa. All right. 3 TDC markers. Like that, like that, and like that. We're going to have a tough decision to make here again. But given this guy's 4 attack rating, I think I know which one we're going to go with. We'll math out both of them though. So 4 minus 1 is 3. His defense consumes all of that, but then we add 2 back in. So we can hit the Kamikawa on a 2. For the merchant, we've got our 3 attack minus 1 defense, and then we add 3 back in. So we can hit him on a 5. So yeah, let's go after the merchant here. 5 or less. Yes, but a 1, even on that first row, after we take off for our torpedo, is not going to do anything. That's a bummer. There's no counterattack. I think. I think for the re-attack, I'm going to slide over here so that we don't have to reveal that one. We'll go aggressive. Yeah, let's go aggressive. Hope these are both non-ASW units. That one is, and that one, well, he has a little bit. Okay. Let's get our 3 TDC markers. I think we go with the 3 easiest ones to hit. So here, here. Well, I guess we got to see how easy this one is to hit. We have to replace it. The AM does not get replaced, only AOs and APs. It's an armed merchant. I keep calling them armored merchants for some reason, but it's armed merchant. Okay, I think this is one of those army ships that we have to see if we're actually allowed to encounter. So let's check that. Yes, so the areas we're allowed to encounter them are, put the camera up here. Where are we at? We're in one of the Philippines, right? Yeah, we're in the South Philippine Sea, so we're good. All right, we are good. So, but now he's a 4, but he is, so he's basically the same as this one because he's over a column and he's got more tonnage, so we might as well put our third one on that. All right, be some good stuff here. These get -2s to them. Nope. All right, we're gonna go after the little baby merchant. That's actually a -3 TDC because we went aggressive and it's the re-attack round. So we are at 3, -1 for his defense, -1 for the ASW, puts us at 1, -1 for going over a column, puts us at 0. Then we get to add 3 back in for the TDC, and we get a +1 DRM. So we can hit on a 4 or less. Let's do it. No. Needed them reversed again. All right, so we do have a counterattack this time. So 1 ASW +1 for the red box is 2. Another 3 for the war period is 5. We have 2 defense, so he's on the 3 to 4 row. It's the re-attack round, and we're aggressive, so he gets a +2. It's only a 3. We're good. All right. For our endurance check, we did go aggressive, so our C rating means we need a 2 or less to stay. We do. So the Pompano gets to stick around another turn. Next, we're gonna transit move the grouper over. So he needs to do a transit event check, but only a 9 will matter. 6. And for his search and contact, we got a 6 and a 1. So it's going to be a small convoy. 6 is going to be sparse. So that's our little 2-1 jobby. All right, we're going to have him set up in column A. He's going to go aggressive. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 2 auxiliaries. The AP first. We got the Surugazaki. Short. And another TS. Tsukushi Maru. From B. Get our TDCs, -1 to each because we're aggressive. Okay, ooh, that's nice. That's not bad either. All right, so this is obviously our best shot. Let's calculate what the other one will be, though, in column B, just for funsies. So 6 minus 1 is 5, minus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So 6 to hit that one, 7 with our die roll modifier. 6 minus 1 is 5, minus 3 is 2, minus 1 for going over a column, but then plus 3 is 4 to hit this guy. So that's if we do one or the other. What if we did a split shot? Let's say we sent 4 of our attack. Oh, we've only got 6. So we'd have to do probably 3 and 3. I was thinking we were a 7. So 3 and 3. If we sent 3 here, that would be knocked down to 2. Minus 1 is 1. Plus 2 is 3. So that would be a 3 to hit here. And then this one over here is 2 against 3 is -1. Column shift over, -2. But then add 3 back, so we'd need a 1 to hit that. Yeah, I don't like that so much. We could do it 2 here and 4 here, and then I think they would both be a 2 then instead, but I don't know. 2 rolls to get a 2 or less versus 1 roll to get a 6 or less or a 4 or less. You know what? Let's try it. Let me just recalculate this. If we do 2 here instead, that'd be 1. And then it gets knocked out by the defense, but then we add back in 2 for this. Yeah, so this would become 2. And this would become 2. But then each gets our die roll modifier, so actually it's a 3 or less. So yeah, I kind of like that. 2 chances to get a 3 or less versus 1 chance to get a 7 or less. That's almost getting close to guaranteed there, but yeah, let's try it this way. Might regret it. So we'll go after the merchant first. Yeah, well, that would have hit, but then would have done no damage. So now let's do the supply ship. Again, needing a 3 or less. No. Oh well. We do get no counterattack, and then we can re-attack. We'll just stay in this column and hopefully get some better TDCs. There we go. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Now we got another tough decision to make here. So this is a -4. This is a -3. So let's see. We're not going to try splitting it this time, I don't think, but let's I say that, but maybe we will. Let's see. -3 here, so that's going to be, if we send everything, it's a 5 minus 1 is 4, and then we add 3 back, right? Becomes a 7. So we basically hit on anything but a 9 with our die roll modifier. And then over here, we've got 5 minus 3 is 2, minus 1 for going over a column is 1. But then we get to add 4 back, so that's a 5 to hit that one if we just go after it. If we split our shots again, and I think we'd do the same, we'd send only 2 here, which would be 1 minus the 1 is 0, but then we get to add 3 back in for the TDC. So this would be a 3 or less, which is actually a 4 or less with the modifier. And then over here, it should be the same, I think. 4. We send 4 over here, which gets knocked down to 3. The defense knocks out all of it, but then we add back in 4. Oh, but then we have the column shift too, yeah. So yeah, 3 for that one as well. So we could do a split shot with 2 chances at getting a 4 or less, or just go for the 1 roll and anything but a 9 would hit, but then again we got to get the damage roll too. Let's try the split shot again. So we'll go after the merchant first. So 4 or less. Got it. So we got him. So this is the grouper. And he got a 1,000 ton merchant so far. Let's chalk that up before we do his other part of the split attack. So another ship, 255, another 1,000 tons. And then we've got a shot here on the Tsukushi Maru. We need a 4 or less for that one as well. Wish I'd rolled that first roll for him because that would have sunk him as well. And no, we didn't get that one. Exact opposite. All right, well, that's fine. We got 1. I'm happy with that. No counterattack, so we will take our endurance check. He did go aggressive. He's an A rating, so he needs a 4 or less. No. All right, let's move on to 3 here and 3 here. So we've got these 2 in the Marianas. They're both new S1s. I'm thinking we send 1 up to, I don't know though, East China Sea. It's a little bit, they have a slight chance of finding bigger stuff there. But then they're also in shallow waters. Wondering if we shouldn't just, the other thing is, do we want to send, we probably want to send these 2 up into the Yellow Sea. That reminds me, I needed to ask about that. There was a reference in the IJN rulebook about the inland sea. And I'm assuming it means the the yellow sea over here, since it's kind of inland. Yeah, so I'm thinking the Tenosa and the Ho we probably send up into there, which leaves only one ship there in the East China Sea. Probably going to try to get the guardfish over there next turn. Well, being indecisive here, so I guess I'll just go to both. We'll send the skipjack to the North Philippine Sea. Then we'll send the Stingray up to the East China Sea. How about that? So he's going to need a transit event check, but only a 9 will matter. 6, and then his search and contact. Ooh, a 0 and a 2. So that's going to be a whole lot of nothing. So for his endurance check, he's a B. He gets a -1, so he needs a 5 or less. No. Well, that was short-lived. Got 4 there now. We'll send the Stingray then up to the East China Sea. Since he's going into shallow waters, he'll have a +1 to his roll. So, sorry, up here is where we're talking about. So an 8 or 9 will be possibly a transit event check. Yes, +1 to each of these. Oh, that's very bad. 9 and 9. 9 and 9 is sunk, or not sunk, but lost at sea. Guess he should have stayed put or gone down to the North Philippine Sea instead. So we lose another one. That's 2 this week. That's bad. It wasn't the runner, it was the Stingray. So the Stingray is lost at sea. So that puts our subs lost total up to 18. I want to try to keep it under, let me see, well, 30 to 36 will be no modification to our victory level. So if we can keep it under 30, we'll get to raise our victory level by at least 1 level. We can also raise it if we get our tonnage up to 4,300,000. We got a long way to go for that, though. And that'll be by the time we hit War Period 4. So our main goal is to try to get to War Period 4 in June, which I think is the very first month that we can check it. June of 44, that is. So, yeah. Anyway, another sub lost. Hate to see that. Well, since we were trying to go to the East China Sea, I guess we'll continue working up this way. We're going to have the Tenosa. This could be scary too, because he gets a +1 for entering the Yellow Sea, +1 because it's shallow. So he's actually going to have a 7, 8, or 9. Could cause a transit event check. 1, good. Search and contact. 3 and 3. That's going to be sparse. Small convoy. That's our old 2 and 1 combo. This doesn't look quite as appealing. We'll set up here in A. think we'll go cautious this time. Oh boy. All right, got a carrier over there. Let's see what that is. Maybe it's not. It's not the Tayo. It is the Chuyo. All right, so we are cautious posture. Whoops. Almost knocked the camera over. We just need 2 TDCs because we can't put one on the airplane. Nice. All right, maybe we get this guy and then bug out of here. That'd be a good plan. All right, so we are at 6 after our torpedo modification. -1 for his defense, -2 for the ASW, leaves 3. And then we choose this as our unmodified TDC, so that adds 3 back. So we need a 6 or less with no modifier. Come on. Yes, 3. I think that's only going to damage it, unfortunately. Yes, no. Fine. All right, counterattack. He's got 2, and this guy's contributing a half to the counterattack as well because he's aircraft capable. So that's going to be 3. There's 1 red box, makes 4. 3 for the war period makes 7. We have 4 defense, but we're in shallow waters, so we only get to subtract 3. So he's going to be on the 3 to 4 row, but with a -1 because we are cautious. Ooh, that's bad though. 7 on the 3 to 4 row. Fortunately, it's only spotted. Boy, we've been spotted by the aircraft. Do we want to stick around and try to take that damaged ship down? I say yes. We'll stay cautious though, for sure. Did I do the, oh, I forgot to do the -1. Oh, I did do the -1 on that. Yeah, otherwise it would have been damaged. All right, let's get another good TDC here. Not great. But he does lose 1 for being damaged, and this TDC has a -1 on it, so effectively he's 1 -1 -1 is -1, and then we add back in the 2 for the ASW, so he's at a 1, I'm at a 6. So we need a 5 or less to hit him again and hopefully sink him this time. Gotta be kidding me. 0, really? Well, they get to come at us again. This time, it's still on the 3 to 4 row, but now they get a +1 for reattack and a +1 because we're spotted. We still get our -1 for being cautious, so it's going to be a net +1 on the 3 to 4 row. Roll low. 7 again. Well, that was our spotted, right? Yeah. So we can't get more spotted, so that's fine. For our endurance check, we are an A rating and we didn't go aggressive, so we need a 5 or less. Yes. Don't want to have to come all the way back home after we worked so hard to get all the way out there. Okay, let's see how the hoe does. So again, 7, 8, or 9, because we've got +2 to our transit event check. I don't know why I rolled both, but it's the 3, so we're fine. And then this is for the search and contact. Ooh, 9, 9. High density task force. Don't need to look that up. That's 1, 2, 2, 4. All right, a couple of no solutions, evading, and zigged away. All right, well, I think I'm going to set them up over here in column D. See if we can find a nice big capital ship over here. I'm wondering if we want to even go aggressive. Just flip all 5 of these over. Yeah, let's do it. So far, so good. Ooh, combat event. 4. No. No, no, no. Mechanical troubles end attack. Oh, man. These were going to be great, too, weren't they? Yep. And we'll destroy her, but... Okay. So if it's odd, we get a damage marker. Involuntarily RTB. If it's even, we get to go to the done section without doing an endurance check. So come on, even. Yes. All right. So that's good at least. But man, we're going to have a pretty decent chance of doing something there. All right. Next, let's go to... So let's figure out what we're going to do with these guys in the Marshall Islands here. They can either go down to the Carolines or the Bonins or the Marianas. Bonins, we've already got 3 there. It's pretty much the same as the Marianas. Got 2 there. Oh, and we're going to want to send these guys, I think, down to the Bonins. So, yeah, let's send them over to the Marianas, I think. So the Sargo first. Transit event check on a 9. Nope. Search and contact. 8 and 6. So he finds a moderate density large convoy. That should be nice. 2311. Okay, column B here has some sea mist. Got 4 tactical rating on the Sargo. Boy, this doesn't look that great. Why don't we try column B And we'll go not passive. We'll go cautious. Flip over these 3. Combat event again. Oh boy. 0. Nice. Oh, but might choose to flip differently now based on this. So it's target lumbers in the way. Conduct the combat phase normally, but prior to conducting the first round of attack, choose a face-down red ball flagship in this or an adjacent column. So it would have to be in this or an adjacent column. So we're going to need to leave this one unflipped so that can be our target that lumbers into the way. And we'll basically get an automatic hit on it, and then we roll on the damage table to see if we can damage it or sink it. So that will go in A cup. Let's so for our second flip, we're going to do this one. Ooh, don't like that. And this will be our third flip. Okay. So prior to the first attack round, so that would be right now, it's interesting though. I wonder what if you reveal that in the re-attack round? Does that mean you can't do it because you've already passed the first attack round? I think that's worded a little bit poorly there. I'm sure it would apply for the re-attack round as well. I should say prior to conducting the attack. So we will choose this one, flip it over. Okay, it's a little 1,000-tonner. So all we do is roll on the attack results. It's an automatic hit. And a 7 will sink it. Nice. So the Sargo has sunk a 1,000-ton merchant. It goes in B cup. We go up to 256 and another 1,000 tons. Now we get 4 TDC markers, but we can only place 2. Excuse me. And hope that aircraft doesn't interfere with us too much. I want the good one over here on this 5,000-ton merchant. We did say we were going cautious. Okay, good. I don't care about that one. Not great. Let's see if we can make it work, though. I think just. So this is our unmodified TDC. We are at 6 minus 1 is 5. We lose 2 for the defense of the ship, 2 for the ASW, 1 for going over a column. TDC is 0, so we're at 0. So we need a 0. Nope. Counterattack. He's at 2 plus, well, where are we at? Mariana's 1 red box, so that's 3. 3 for the war period is 6. We're at 3 defense. So he's on the 3 to 4 column, but a -1 DRM for us being cautious. Yeah, it's a -1. All right. For the re-attack round, we are going to slide over here because I have better odds at that being something not bad than that being something not bad. We'll stay. Yeah, let's stay cautious. We'll flip this over. It's a destroyer. Hope it's a baby. attacks here, try to get something different. It is the Nokazi. I think we've seen him before. At least he's only a 1. That was from D Cup. And our TDC markers. We really only care about the one in our column. Don't think we'd have a shot on the other one even with a -3. Oh, good. So because it's the re-attack round, these are both -3s. We're obviously going after this guy. So that's unmodified. We are at 6 minus 1 is 5. We lose 2 for the defense. We lose 3 for the ASW now. But then we get, so that's 0, but we get 3 back for the TDC. So we hit on a 3 or less. Double 0. Hit, but no effect. Three for the ASW plus 1 plus another 3 is 7. Minus our 3 puts him on the 3 to 4 row again. Plus 1 for re-attack, but -1 for cautious. So just a straight roll on the 3 to 4. 4, we should be fine with that. Yes. Endurance, we are a B rating. Did not go aggressive, so we need a 4 or less. No. All right. That leaves quite a bit still. I think I want to see how our super skipper does up here in the Sea of Japan. So we're going to do a search and contact roll for the Wahoo. There is 1, 2, we got 4 subs there, so there's no congregating risk. Ooh, 9 and 5, so it's going to be a high density. You have 2 red boxes there, and large convoy for the 5. So a high density large convoy is going to be 3, 3, 2, and 1. Wow, I really wish that column B looked a little friendlier. Wouldn't mind starting there, but that looks a little risky. I'm actually thinking of starting here in C and just going standard attack posture. So we just flip those 4 over. It's over here. And see how we fare. So let's do that. Standard attack. We'll flip these 4. Oh, that's a destroyer. Okay, that's good. Boo. Come on. Oh, really? Should have just stuck with this column, it looks like. Oh, boy. Well, he gets an immediate roll on the diligent escort row on the counterattack table. Now, if we were aggressive, he would well, since he's in an adjacent column, it's still only a +1. If he were in our same column and we were aggressive, he would actually get a +2 to the roll. So it's just a +1 for aggressive. And yeah, that's it. None of the other modifiers apply. So let's see what he gets. We don't need a second die roll for this one. 2, good. So that becomes a 3, nothing. But now we got to deal with them. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here. We need 3 destroyers. I don't think we're going to have any chance of doing anything here. That's a shame. Wasting my super skipper like that. First one is the Sagiri. Next one. Oh, good, he's a half. Matsukaze. Get him quite a bit. And then our diligent, oh boy, is the Shigura. So he gets a +3 added to his ASW, so he's a 6. Yeah, there's no way. We got 6, 7, 8 ASW. Well, we're at 8 attack because of the super skipper, but that's going to get knocked down to 7. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not too hopeful here. Get 4 TDCs. We'll put 1 there. I think we just want to guarantee that we have no shot here so that we don't get counterattacked and we can just leave. So let's just go here, here, and here. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Even if we had -3s on this guy, we still wouldn't be able to make a shot. So no shot possible, which means no counterattack since it's the first round, and we will just withdraw. So our A rating means we need a 5 or less. Please stay up there. Yes. All right. Try our luck next week on that one. Next, we got the Sunfish search and contact roll. 8-8. 8's going to be high density as well, and 8 is a task force. So a high density task force this time is going to be, 1224. All right, I think we're going to go for column D here. We'll just go, let's just do standard attack posture, I think. Flip over all 4 of these in our column. Got a cruiser, destroyer. Afraid that was going to be that diligent escort again, hiding under a red ball. And a light cruiser. Okay. All right, so we got to replace all of these. No, not the armed merchants, but the other 3. So the first cruiser up top is going to be the Chokai. It's a big one. And we need a light cruiser. The Abukuma. And a destroyer. Please be a baby one. Yes. The Wakataki. It goes in D. All right. It's not terrible. 2 ASW. Let's see what we can do here. I said, yeah, I went standard, right? Yep, because we just flipped 4. Oh, not going after him. Maybe him. Or him. Oh, this looks like our best option there. Well, if we got rid of that ASW, that would be nice. See if we can get this focus a little better. Let's figure them both out. So whatever this is, this will be 1 less. So we're at 7 minus 1 is 6. Minus 4 for the defense leaves 2. 2 ASW takes that away. We need a 2. Whoops. We need a 2 or less to hit him, which means we would need a 1 or less to hit him. So yeah, I think we'll just go after the cruiser. So if we can get a lucky shot in here. Nope. For the counterattack, we're looking at 2 ASW. There are 2 red boxes in the op area. So that's 4 plus another 3 is 7. We have 4 defense. So he'll be on the 3 to 4 row. And no modifier. 2 is going to be nothing. For the counterattack, or reattack, sorry. About to lose battery here. I don't know, do we want to try a reattack? It's kind of dangerous. Yeah, let's switch to cautious. Ooh. Okay. Need a cruiser. It is the Takeo. 4 of these. My battery died as I was putting the TDC markers out, but I've got them all out now. Continuing on here. -1 there. +3. -2, nice. All right, and I believe we had gone cautious this time, if I remember correctly. So looks like probably gonna go after this guy. He's this is a -3 since we're in the reattack round. And 7 -1 is 6. 4 from the defense takes us down to 2. We have 1, 2, 3 ASW revealed. So that'll be -1. But then this will bring us, this will add +3 back. So we'll be at 2. So we need a 2 or less to hit. No. All right. counterattack. They've got two red boxes, so that's 5. 3 from the war period makes 8, minus our 4 defense. Means we'll be on the 3 to 4 row. We're +1 for reattack round, but -1 for cautious. So straight roll. Nice and low, good. 3 to 4 row, a 3 is nothing. Excuse me. All right, for endurance check, he is an A rating. We were not aggressive at all, so he needs a 5 or less. Nope. That's too bad. I was hoping to keep them up there a while. Got a long way to get back home. Next up, we have the whale. So we'll do his search and contact. 6 and 4. 6 is going to be moderate density. 4 will be a small convoy. So we're looking at 3, 2, and 1. All right, here's what we have for the whale. We'll set up in column A. I think I'm going to go cautious. Just flip over the 3 in our column. No. Hospital ship. Come on. Come on. Oh boy. All right. I think we will 3 ASW showing. I don't know if we even want to target the hospital ship. Yeah, I guess we might as well. And we'll also target these 2 over here. And I guess the weaker destroyer. Of course, he gets a -3. Okay, -2 on the hospital ship. 0 and -2 over there. So we're going to have 5 or 6 for our attack. If we go after the hospital ship, those cancel each other out. So we're just looking at the 3 ASW. Puts us down to 3. So a 3 or less to hit the hospital ship. That means if we went after this destroyer, we could hit it, but only on a 0. If we targeted this one, we'd be at 6. We assume it has a defensive 1, so that's 5. -1 for going over a column is 4. 3 ASW is takes us down to 1. So basically, assuming it's only 1 defense, we would hit on a 3 or less. I'd really rather go after something other than this. So let's try going after this. See what his defense actually is. Oh, it's only 2. Okay. So that means we can hit it on a 2 or less. Right? 6 -2 is 4. -3 for the ASW is 1. -1 for going over a column. That takes us to 0, +2 from the TDC. So yep, we'll designate that one. We can hit on a 2 or less. Hey, look at that. A 2 and an 8. Should sink that. It's only 5,000 tons. The 8 gets modified to a 7. So yep, definitely sunk. All right, that was 5,000 tons, nice. So this is the whale. $5,000-ton merchant. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 7 ships we've sunk so far this week. It's awesome, including a carrier. All right, let's get him chalked up, and then I think we're gonna bug out of here. So that's one more ship up to 257 and 5,000 more tons. Takes us to 1,069,000. Good. All right, there is a counterattack. He's got 3, 2 from the op area makes 5, another 3 makes 8. We've got 4 defense, so he's on the 3 to 4 row, but we're -1 because we're cautious. 0, that'll be nothing. And then we will skedaddle. A rating, right? So 5 or less to stay. Please stay. Yes. All right, so we'll get the whale back up there. And then we've got the last one in that area is the tunny. So we'll do search and contact for him. 2 and 0. That's not going to be anything, I don't think. Or is it? Oh yeah, 2. Actually, we find anything but a 0 here. We'll find something. So sparse, small convoy. It's going to be our 2-1. And backing it up here, I just realized I forgot to replace these destroyers for the whale's attack. So we need to see if we actually did manage to sink that merchant. Where'd he go? Is this it? Nope. I'm gonna find the merchant that was out there. A 5,000 tonner with 2 defense. Somewhere. Where did he go? Put it back in the right cup, right? B cup. Three. All right, hold on while I find this counter. Okay, I had to go back and review the footage because I couldn't find a 5,000 ton merchant in the B cup, and that's because it wasn't a 5,000 ton merchant. Sure, y'all were yelling at me on the screen there. It was actually a 5,000 ton oiler, which I was also supposed to replace. So let me see if we can fix this turn. I'm going to keep everything the same. I'll assume that I made the same decisions. Just we need to refigure what the numbers are actually going to be and whether or not my 2-8 roll actually did sink whatever this ends up being. I am going to keep that roll. Let's get everything else corrected here. Ooh, that's not gonna, definitely gonna be a miss, I think, now. With that guy in there. Yeah, sorry. So we've got the Urakazi for our first destroyer, which was the same as what we had figured, but our half went up to a 3. the Tanakaze showed up instead. So I think that's going to put this out of reach. Our auxiliary, he's probably going to have more defense too. Yep. The Mizuho, 4 defense, not 2. So I'm pretty sure we actually didn't have a shot here. Let's just calculate it to be sure. 7 minus 1 is 6. We've got 4 defense. Takes it down to, well, actually, would we have even had a valid shot on this before we revealed it? Because we would have assumed it was a 1. All right, let's go back here. Back it up. Beep, beep, beep. So assuming that was a 1 before we revealed it, we would have had 6 minus 1 defense is 5. Minus 5 ASW is 0. Minus 1 for going over a column would have been negative 1. And then, yeah, the 2 TDC. So we would have still had a shot on it, a theoretical shot on it with its assumed 1 defense. We would have hit on a 1 or less. So we made the shot, then we revealed it, then we see, oh, just kidding, we actually don't have a shot because now it's got 3 more defense than we thought, so that's going to take us down to a negative 2. So we didn't actually have a shot. They did counterattack us. I would have still decided to leave, especially with this 5 stuff here. And we did pass our endurance check. So the only change is the whale did not actually sink a 5,000 ton merchant. So we'll put him back in the done box over here. We'll take away our 1 ship and our 5,000 tons. And everything should be back where it should be. And we are now ready to set up for the Tunney's small convoy that he discovered. However, before I do that, I also noticed while I was looking for that counter in the cups that there seemed to be very few counters in the A cup. And I checked the numbers on the war mix table. There should be 17 in the A cup, 27 in the B cup, 31 in the C cup, and 26 in the D cup. The only one that was right was this. This had 26. This one only had 30. I think this one had like 24 or 25 maybe, and this only had like 12. So I need to go back and figure out what happened with my war mix before we proceed. Get all that squared away, and then we'll pick it up from there. Okay, I've got the war mix all sorted. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Part of the discrepancy was because these DE 1,000 tonners, 1 in A cup, 2 in B cup, and 1 in C cup, aren't actually available until March of 44. Those are the ones that are sitting up there on the turn track. I think I previously said they were IJN units that are coming in then, but it's actually war mix stuff that comes in March of next year. And then also one of the carriers, the where is it, the Taiho, which goes in Cup D, that doesn't come in until March of 44 either. So that accounted for some of the discrepancy. I did find, I think, a couple, like a destroyer that had gotten put in the wrong cup because one of them had 1 too many and one had 1 too few. And then I think a merchant, some of the lower size merchants got off between A and B cup. They were off by 1. So, but I got that all straightened out now, and just have to pay more attention in the future, I guess. Make sure everything goes back where it belongs. All right, but here's what we got for the Tunny. I think we're going to have him set up in column A. Let's go ahead and go aggressive, I think. We're going to flip over all these no matter what. So, okay, I kind of figured that would be a destroyer. Oh, good, that one's not. And that one's not. Good deal. All right, so let's get these replaced. Don't forget to do that this time. You get in such a routine and then you take a break from it overnight and come back to it and forget. You fall out of your routine. Okay, ooh, I don't like that. The Tanakaze, he's a 3. Yuck. Okay, A cup. Got it in the right one. And an auxiliary. That's going to be the Kanto Maru. Like that. Less defense, more tonnage. All right, so let's see what our TDCs have for us. Zero, that's fine. We weren't going to go after you anyway. -2, like that. And +1. All right, well, let's see what we can do here with this Kanto Maru. So this is actually a -3 because we went aggressive. So we're at 7, -1 is 6. -3 for the ship defense, -3 for the ASW. We're at 0. But then add 3 back in for the TDC. So our 2-hit number is 3. We have a -1 DRM, so we'll hit on a 4 or less. Come on. No. Needed that roll that the whale got last time. That he didn't even end up rolling. Oh well. For counterattack, we've got 3 + 2 for the op area is 5. 3 more for the war period is 8. Minus our 4 defense. We're on the 3 to 4 row with a +1 for aggressive posture. 6. Get the right chart back over here. 6 on the 3 to 4 row is spotted. So they did find us. Really want to get one of these though. I'm going to stay aggressive for the re-attack. Take my chances. Okay, well that will become a -3 still. That'll be a -4. Maybe we'll have a better shot over here on this one this time. Let's say we go after this one this time. So that's going to be a 7 -1 is 6. -1 for the defense is 5. -3 for the ASW is 2. -1 for going over a column is 1. We get to add 4 back. So we'll hit, the 2-hit number is 5. With our aggressive posture, we'll hit on a 6 or less. Really? Aggravating. Well, now we get counterattacked on that same 3 to 4 row, but with the +2 modifier this time. 3 + 2 is going to be 5, or actually +3 because we're spotted as well. So that's going to be a 6. I think it's the same thing we got before. Spotted. All right, for our endurance check, we did go aggressive, so we need a 4 or less to stay. Yes, nice. All right, well, that's going to do it for the Sea of Japan op area. I guess next let's move over to three. I think we were going to send at least one of these guys. Yeah, we were going to send the Sculpin down to the Marianas. So let's do that. We've only got 3 subs there now. So he will need to do a transit event check, but only a 9. We'll trigger a check. He's good. Search and contact. 2 and 5. Afraid not. Yeah, that's nothing. So he's a B rating with a -1 modifier, so he needs a 5 or less. He gets it. All right, we'll go ahead and have the here. We only got 3 there. Maybe we should have sent him up to the yeah, we should have sent him to the Empire Pacific instead. He would have found something there. That was a bonehead move. I guess we'll send one of these guys up there. Doesn't really matter which one. So he will need a transit event check, but only a 9 will matter. Nope. Search and contact. 1 and 8. He finds nothing. D rating with a -1 modifier, needs a 3. I got it. I think we'll just have the S-47 look where he's at. So search and contact for him. 2-9. I think that's going to be a loner. Nice. Yes, it is. So let's clear this off. This goes in B. These go over there. So we're going to get a single ship drawn for column C. Give us something we can do surface gunnery on this time. Doesn't look promising. His tactical rating's only 2, so he needs a 2 or less to set up in the same time. Oh, he gets it. Nice. Let's see what we found. Yeah, it's some sort of cruiser. I forget what the CS stands for. I'm pretty sure that just gets replaced with a CA maybe. Let me see. Yeah, CSs are drawn from the CA pile. Ds are drawn from the DD pile. All right, so CA for him. Can't do surface attack. Oh, it's that aircraft capable one too. So he's going to counterattack us. That goes in C. It was the Tone. All right. Get our TDC marker. See what we can do. We're only going to have 2 attacks. We need a lot of help from this. In fact, only It'll only be possible with a -3. We'll go aggressive posture. Should have said that. So actually a -2 would work too. Oh good, -3. So that gets modified to a -4 for our aggressive posture. So we're at 3 minus 1 is 2. He's at 5 minus 4, which is 1. So a 1 is our target number. With our DRM, we need a 2 or less. Come on. Ooh, nope. He gets a counterattack with his half ASW, so that's going to be 1 plus 1 for the red box. Plus another 3 is 5. We have 2 defense, so he'll be on the 3 to 4 row with a +1. Ooh, that's bad. 10. 3 to 4 row, a 10 is damaged RTB. And the second roll, if it were a 7 to 9, we would be sunk, but we rolled a 1. So damaged RTB. Not having much luck with these loners this time. So he goes back up to the done area here. Put our cruiser back. Well, looks like North Pacific. I guess we'll move these guys down into the Bonans. So these aren't, neither of them are ones that we have committed to the Aleutian campaign. So he needs to roll for a transit event. Only a 9 will trigger something. Just wrecked my pile here in the Marianas. There we go. All right, so transit event check. Nope. Search and contact. 6 and 2 is going to be low density small convoy. Low density small convoy is 221. Okay, I think we'll have him set up in column B. We will go aggressive. We'll flip over these 3. No. All right. Let's just hope this continues to be a 1,000-ton destroyer and not a 2,000-ton, especially not one with 3 ASW. No, it's 2. The Nanohi. Cup A for that one. All right. We got some low defense targets here. Both these TDCs will have a -1 on them. Oh, good. So we'll go after the one in our column. 3 minus 1 is 2. We lose that to his ASW. We lose another one for his defense, -1, but then -2 on the TDC brings it up to a +1. And with our die roll modifier, we need a 2 or less. Come on, let's do it. No, we need to switch them. Counterattack is going to be 2 plus 1 red box is 3. 3 for the op area is 6. We have 2 defense. So he's going to be on the 3 to 4 row with a +1 modifier because we're aggressive. Oh, that's another damaged RTB. 3 to 4, 10. Yep. Second roll was a 1 again, fortunately. That's 3 times in a row we've rolled 9-1. Well, not in a row, but in close succession. So he is damaged RTB. And let's see if the S45 fares any better. Transit event check. No. Search and contact. 3 and 3. That is gonna just miss finding anything. So he's a D rating with the modifier. He needs a 3 or less. He gets it. All right, that just leaves our Aleutian campaign up here. We're gonna have, trying to find a place I can set this that won't disrupt the stacks. S41, we'll have him search there. You get to 1 and a 2, that's gonna be a nothing. So his D rating means a 3 or less with the modifier. Nope. He will RTB. The S33 is going to patrol move over. So he needs to check for a transit event. Only a 9. Search and contact. 2 and 3, he doesn't find anything either. He also needs a 3 to stay around. No. Down to 1 RTB marker left. Good thing we only have 1 more ship to do. S40 will patrol move over. He will do a transit event check. Safe. Search and contact. He found something. 7-4. 7-4 is going to be a low density small convoy. That will be 2, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to have him do the same thing. Set up in column B. Go aggressive. Nice. Ooh, combat event. Let's see what that is. A 1. Ooh, I think that's surface gunnery. It is. So we have to finish flipping stuff over first, but it's ignored if we're spotted, we're not, or the operator contains a typhoon. Nope, nope, nope. Spot marker, choose any revealed Japanese merchant transport piece in this column and attack it using a die roll. Oh, so it has to be in that column. If there is no revealed merchant transport piece, or if there is a revealed IJN unit, we ignore the event. Well, there's not yet, but in order for us to take advantage of that, we're going to have to reveal this and hope that it's a merchant. So do we want to risk that for a shot at surface gunnery, or do we just want to flip this over and take our chances with our torpedoes? Yeah, let's try it. We don't get this event rolled very often, so I like to take advantage of it if we can. Oh no, it's an aircraft. Okay. So, here, yep. event is ignored. So we just have our little baby merchant over here we can go after, and then we can put a TDC over there, but we got that aircraft harassing us. Gonna make a shot pretty tough once we get a lot of help. Nope. And nope. So those are both +1s because of the come on, spit it out. Because of the aggressive posture. But even with that, assuming this is only a 1 defense with the +1 and then another +1 from going over a column and then 2 from the ASW, with our little measly 3 attack value, we're not going to have a shot on either one of those. So the good news is that means there's no counter attack. I don't really think it's worth sticking around though. I mean, the best we could do is move over to here, which would mean we'd only have to flip that. Yeah, you know what? It's the last sub of the week. Let's try our luck. See if we can get that 7th ship sunk this week. We thought we had 7 ships, but one of them was false alarm. All right, so we'll go over here. We'll stay aggressive. Just because I think we're going to need the, oh no. Welp. Yeah, there's no way, even with a -3, which that is, there's no way we got a shot, because that takes his defense down to 4, but then we've got 5, or wait, we got to replace him first. Hold on. Still don't think there'll be a chance, but let's do it correctly. And we got the best possible, the Mikasuki. Yeah, even with that, we're looking at, we've only got 2 attack. He's got 6 defense plus 3 ASW is 9. And then his, out of focus here again. With his, even with the TDC being -3, that only brings it down to 6. So yeah, we've got no shot again. They do get to counterattack us this time though, since we decided to stick around. So that's going to be 2 plus a half, rounded up, is going to be 3. 1 red box in the area makes 4. 7 with the war period. Our defense is only 1. Yikes, this was a bad mistake. So we are on the 5 to 6 row. Once I find the chart, here it is. 5 to 6 row, +1 for reattack, +1 for aggressive. Yeah, at least we rolled a 0. So a 2 on the 5 to 6 row. We got lucky there. All right. So for our endurance check, we were aggressive. We're a D rating, which means we need a 1 or less to stay. Nope. That'll be our last RTB marker. Oops. Okay, we won't need that anymore. We do have some subs to bring out from their bases. Get these all put back. We don't have anyone left at the Sperry to come out. We do have 2 coming out from Pearl Harbor. I think we'll just send them to the Marshall Islands. And they are, oh, they're both full-fledged Gattos. I think we'll leave them transit side so we can push them in farther. We've got these two coming out of Dutch Harbor. 1, 2, 3. We can get one more into there, so we'll send this guy here, and he'll go patrol side. He does not have to check for a transit event because there's only one red box, and he's on transit side. And then this one we'll just send here. No red boxes there. Then we've got 3 coming out of Fremantle. Just have 2 there. A lot coming back up there. So we're just going to send them to South China Sea. So got an early Gato, a T, and a full Gato. So let's see. They're going to end up here. So this will be our governing op area. There's 1 red box. They do get a +1 for going through shallow, which will cancel their -1 for being on transit side. So a 9 will cause a transit event check. No. Second one. No. Third one. No. Pretty close though. All right, so they all 3 made it there. We had no congregating risk at any point there. They will all patrol their next turn. All right, so that's it for the operations segment. There's no weather to deal with in the intern segment. We do have some spotted markers to try to get rid of. One here. 6 or less. Yes. Have any there. We do have one up here. So 6 or less for him. No. Any others hiding under there? Nope. Okay, how about down here? None. None. None over here. None there. None here. None there. None there. We had nothing here either. These are just RTBs. Empire Pacific. No. I think that just leaves up here in the Sea of Japan. Oh, we got one here in the Yellow Sea too. So let's see if he can remove that. Yes, good, because he's patrolling there next turn. And then we've got one in the Sea of Japan there. Yes. I think that is all. All right. And then we don't have any ultra markers to remove because we didn't get an ultra roll this turn. So we will move on to week 4 of May 43. We are currently at 256 ships sunk for a total of 1,064,000, looks like, and 18 subs lost. This week we had, like I said, 6 ships sunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including the carrier Taiyo. Lost 2 subs. The Gato was sunk. Stingray lost at sea. So that's going to do it for this episode. and we will see you in the next one. Thanks.